Hi, this is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden. Welcome to Shift Perspectives. I am tired and my brain is still going, and I have to say this. So I'm sitting here wrapping things up. My brain is slowing down, I thought. And then I went, astrology. That was the first subject that they banned, astrology. The second was philosophy. The third was art. I wonder what was in astrology that they felt it needed to be banned so quickly. Yeah, I betcha. Astrology has a lot of information. I haven't studied astrology, not even a little bit. Maybe I should. I wonder what I'll find there. In order to study astrology, I have to study astronomy, though. Never studied that either. No idea. Oh, isn't this going to be interesting? I wonder what is in astrology that they wanted us to not know about. Astrology was taught at the University of Alexandria. I never studied it because I'm still at university. I just finished up psychology, and now I'm flying through physics, and now I'm into mathematics, and I'm going, all right, this is all coming together. I got caught up on perspective and dimension and time. So now I'm looking at it going, astrology. That was on the curriculum also. And I can't stop wondering what is in astrology that they made sure we weren't supposed to have. They monopolized the God code. They absolutely monopolized the God code. The human mind is stunted. We only use like 5% of our brains. It's not supposed to be that way. The God code taught us how to access all of our brain. That's all this is. And way back when, people knew how to do it. People had the instructions all laid out in very systematic order of operations, how to unlock your brain so you can learn like a god. We really should stop throwing around the word God and man around, because that is actually like male and female. They're nothing. It's us. It's all us. It's just all us. So the concept of man and God really we need to not use them anymore, because it breeds prejudice. You see, the moment you give words to bad things, you give it power. The minute you name something, you give it power. A name is its power. I got you, doctor. Yeah, Doctor Who. Once you know something's name, you have its power. Because a name is its coordinates. You want something to be powerless? Take its name. I am one of two of four. I am one of two of four. It feels really good being one of two of four. One of two of four. That is my name. I'm going to begin with a parenting class because the parents are what's going to change the world. Now, you can parent yourself or you can parent your children. I really don't care which. If you have yourself to parent or if you have your children to parent, Triadic healing is for you. Triadic healing is for parents. That's right. Because that's the one thing we all are. We all have a parent, or we didn't. Now, effective immediately, I am making this announcement. I hereby ban the word child and children as being used as anything other than age ever again. Henceforth, the correct word is a creation. You have a parent, and the parent has their creation. That is what I believe. Because the opposite of child is not parent. The opposite of child is adult. And according to Mary Shelley, who was one smart cookie at a time when women shouldn't be writing books, that's what she used. Parent to a creation. So if you are a creation who is in need of a parent, or if you are a parent who has creations, Triadic healing is for you. Triadic healing will correct pretty much the 10 stages of perspective inside of your brain so that your mental illness goes away. It's really cool. And I am going to start studying astrology, I think. My problem is studying it independent of all of the, oh, geez. Oh, maybe I'll go back to the writings that they used in Plato. Plato might have a lot to say on astrology. I will go back to him. All right. Yes, 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 I need to do this. I need to study the original ancient. I need to study ancient astrology, not modern astrology, because we had it taken away and then it went underground. And then if you even were caught with astrology, you were burned as a witch. Now, why do you think that is? You know what witches have? Astrology. Isn't that interesting? Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Isn't that interesting? I don't know how to draw a pentagon. I have no idea how to do it. Oh, wait, I think I figured it out. That was very hard for me to do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 triads on top of a pentagon. There are 3 triangles on top of a pentagon. And they look like 3 Star Trek badges on top of each other. They look exactly like 3 Star Trek badges on top of each other. Because if I were writing this story, that would be fucking funny as hell, wouldn't it? Yes, it would be. There are 3 triads on a pentagon. On a pentagram. There are 3 triads on a pentagram. There are 3 triads on a pentagram. They look like Star Trek badges to me. I just see 3 Star Trek badges now. Pentalpha, pentangle, star pentagon, regular 5-pointed star polygon formed from the diagonal line segment of convex or simple non-self intersecting regular pentagon. Drawing a circle around the 5 points creates a symbol referred to as the pentacle, which is used widely by Wiccans and in paganism. The pentagrams were used symbolically in ancient Greece and Babylon. Symbolically in ancient Greece and Babylon. Pentagram comes from the Greek pentagram, pente 5 line. Why were the pentagrams used symbolically for what in ancient Greece and Babylon? Found in Sumerian pottery, China, the pentagram was known to the ancient Greeks with a depiction of a vase possibly dating back to the 7th century. Pythagoreanism originated in the 6th and used the pentagram as a symbol of mutual recognition, of well-being, and to recognize good deeds and charity. 3 again. Mutual recognition, well-being, good deeds and charity. You know what that is? That's the philosopher's compass. Mutual recognition. That is the U of I. Mutual recognition. That is exactly what the U of I is for. Well-being is the self. And recognizing good deeds and charity, that would be the they of I, community. Well-being is the self. Look at that. 600 BCE. They had the philosopher's compass already figured out. There it is. From around 300 to 150 BCE, the pentagram stood as a symbol of Jerusalem, marked by the 5 Hebrew letters spelling its name. The word pentakemos is 5 corners. Middle Ages, I don't care about the Middle Ages. That's the Dark Ages. By then, they'd already whipped out the God code. But Pythagoreus had it. Pythagoreus, there's another one with a God code. Pythagoreus. Oh yeah, I'm tracking down this thing across history. Originated in the 6th century based on and around the teachings and beliefs held by Pythagoras and his followers, the Pythagoreans. Pythagoras established the first Pythagorean community in the ancient Greece colony of Croton. There is a legend of Croton. The legend is that all the people were wiped out without a trace, vanished without a single explanation. The colony of Croton is referenced in Stephen King's Storm of the Century, one of my favorite movies, and is referenced again in The Incredibles. It was enough that I looked up Croton to figure out what it was. Easter egg. And in both references, it explained how this society, this colony, just vanished without a trace. They were wiped out because they had the God code. Pythagoras' death and disputes about his teachings led to the development of two philosophical traditions with Pythagoreanism. The Akousmatiakoi were superseded in the 4th century BC as a significant mendicant, mendicant school of philosophy by the Cynics. The Mathematoika philosophers were absorbed into the Platonic school in the 4th century BC. Pythagoras was the predecessor to Plato. I went with Mathematicus. The other school I could have attended was the Akousmatikoi. The Cynics versus Plato. I went with Platonic school in the 4th century, which is Alexandria. Following political instability by Magna Graecia, some Pythagorean philosophers fled to mainland Greece, while others regrouped in Rhegium. By about 400 BC, the majority of Pythagorean philosophers had left Italy. Pythagorean ideas exercised a marked influence on Plato and through him on all of Western philosophy. Many of the surviving sources of Pythagoras originated with Aristotle and the philosophers of the Peripatetic school. That is Aristotle's school. As a philosophical tradition, Pythagoreanism was revived in the 1st century BC, giving rise to Neo-Pythagoreanism. The worship of Pythagoras continued in Italy, and as a religious community, Pythagoreans appear to have survived as part of or deeply influenced the Bacchic cults and Orphism. Wow. Euclidean geometry. Let no man who has not studied geometry enter these walls. Euclidean geometry is mathematical geometry based off of Euclid. Elements. Wow. I need to slow down. My brain is going too fast again. So everywhere the God code pops up in history, it's wiped out. It's wiped out over and over again. And it's literally been this massive thing of keep the God code alive. I think the Knight Templars are responsible for ensuring that it lives and survives and gets passed on. I can't figure out if they're hoarding it on purpose for Rome or if, I don't know. I am certain this is what they have, is the God code. You are not allowed to enter a Masons or a Knight Templars community without enduring a test of significant humility, something that no narcissist would ever put himself through. The reason for this is to guarantee that no one with the appropriate amount of humility would ever consider. It was to ensure that the information they held would never fall into the wrong hands. It already has. That's what's wrong. Rome monopolized the God code and embedded it subliminally into our entire culture through the Christian religion. Ironically, Christ also took that same religion and embedded his own code into it. Thank God. So it's just a matter of removing Rome from all of this and then just reversing it and giving it back to the people, giving the God code back to the people, making it public. Here, have this ultimate power knowledge. It's amazing. And the only way it works is if you are ignorant which means if you know about it, you won't be ignorant anymore and you'll be able to see it, which is what my podcast is all about, which is what all of my work is about, is to take you from ignorant prey material to educated, no one can hurt you because you know better, because you'll understand, because you'll see it. It's literally unlocking that part of your brain where you can suddenly learn, assess, and understand and keep yourself safe and your children. All right, I am going to go sleep now. If you love shit like this, like, subscribe, follow, comment below, let me know what part of the show resonates with you. And if you want to be part of my community, if you want to learn more about triadic healing, click on the link below and click Change Now. I will be in touch with you shortly. I have 3 questions, 3 things that I'm looking at. I want your stories. I am so excited about this. I want 3 stories. The first story is, when did you first find the energy? I would love to hear how you first found the energy. The second story that I'm loving to hear about is, if you had a day of world peace, what would that day look like? I want to hear what your day in world peace would look like. And the third question, if you have access to a child who is 2 years old and younger, ask that child, what is it like to be a baby? Can you tell me what it feels like to be a baby? And then let me know what the child says. I would love to hear what they describe being a baby is like. I'm really eager to hear this. So if you want to contribute to one or all 3 or any variation of those topics or subjects or stories for yourself, definitely want to hear them. And let me know if you want them publicized. Let me know if you want me to read them. Let me know if you want. You can do this anonymously. I'm going to assume everyone is anonymous. And if you don't want your story told, please put that in the thing below. Hey, please don't tell my story. And I won't. I will just take it into my own brain and sit on it. But I definitely will not be disclosing anyone's story. It's just for my own research as I accumulate different perspectives so I can see the bigger picture, because I'm mapping out. I'm drawing a map. I'm mapping things now. So thank you again so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.